Do it.
When somebody that you love and somebody that you care about loves you, right? So maybe your mom, maybe you're very close with your mom, okay? Maybe you're very close with your dad. Maybe you're close with your best friend. Maybe you are close with a teacher or anybody, whoever it is. When you're close with someone and they show you love and they give you love, you feel great and you feel good. And the more love they give, it's like the more love you give, right?
The more you feel loved, the more you want to give love.
Right, exactly. Yes. But you notice that difference when those people that you love and you count on maybe getting a little extra from their energy and their physical and stuff like that, if they're not quite in that mode or quite in that moment, you feel that disconnection, you feel that lack of love, right?
Yes.
And the thing is, where I'm coming from is I want to show and teach and talk about how even in those moments where maybe you're not feeling the best of love or a lot of love from someone because maybe they're going through something internally. So how do we take that moment and let that person feel what they're feeling, because we should, and still keep the love within inside of you without grabbing onto that
anger,
that anger or
angst.
That angst or that, but not even that, because it's not always anger that somebody's feeling, but that makes it, I don't want to say negative, but just makes it not happy, makes it not love,
yes.
not positive,
right.
Because it could be that the person is feeling indifferent. It could be that the person is feeling sadness. The person's feeling troubled. That's not always necessarily anger.
That's right. It does manifest a lot that way, but you're right. You're right.
And you got to know how to stop, block yourself, not take on that
negative.
That I'm gonna say that yuck. I'm gonna say that ugh, right? Because not always is it anger. Not always is it negative. It's not negative that somebody's feeling bad. It's not negative that somebody is feeling anger or upset. These are human emotions.
Yes.
These are human emotions that all of us experience, whether it's happiness, sadness, anger, discontent, anything, but that doesn't make it bad. That doesn't make it negative. How you respond and what you do with that is what makes it negative. I have an 8-year-old son, right? But in talking about it being bad or negative, I have an 8-year-old son, and sometimes he gets upset. And sometimes he's angry, sometimes he's just pissed off. And to me, there's a difference between just being pissed off and being angry or feeling indifferent. And I tell him, it's okay to be mad. It's okay to be angry with me. It's okay to be upset with me. Yes, I'm your mom, but that's okay. It's okay to feel those things. But what is not okay is to cuss and scream and hit and throw things and all those things. It's how you channel that, okay?
Absolutely.
It is okay to feel like you want to and do something, but it's how you do that, how you handle that. So can we hit a pillow? Yes. Can you scream off the top of your lungs because you're so mad? Yes.
I hope so.
Right? But I'm not going to scream at you.
Right.
And degrade you.
Yeah.
And direct my frustrations at you. Because at the end of the day, what do? When we do that, we're upset with ourselves. We're hurt ourselves. How can I treat you that way? I love you.
Yeah.
Like, gosh. And then that in turn just makes you feel even more bad than you already feel,
it's
right?
Like a vicious circle.
So let's not do that.
Back
Let me
you.
show you how to fix that. And all the time may I not be able to have an answer or show you. But what I can do is give you how I would handle it or the best situation. And that's part of it, though. I want to talk with you. I want to hear you. And maybe you have a better way to handle it. And so then in that turn, I'm learning from you. But regardless, I want to be on that level that at every moment with what's going on, how we can handle the situation in the best positive at that moment. And most of the times I learned that in those moments, in order to be able to do any of that, but just in order to be able to cope and deal with anything that we're coping, is that we need to shut up.
I struggle with that.
We need to stop. We need to feel the anger. We need to feel the discontent or the sadness in our moment for a second. Okay?
I think also, though, you need to, and that stopping will help you recognize what that feeling is.
Right.
Because it's not always anger. Sometimes it's pain. Sometimes it's sad. And those are all good feelings to have. I mean, we're human.
Right.
We
Right.
all feel these things, and we should be allowed to feel.
Right.
And if you can't feel those emotions, love is a difficult emotion to feel as well.
It is. But if you can't feel those emotions, then that's how you
can
pack yourself. That's how you jam for yourself. That's how you get to the point to where you explode, or you want to cut, or maybe you want to hurt in some other kind of way, or express that hurt in some kind of way. And those moments happen when you get full and you don't know how to express it. You hear so many times, anger's not good. Don't get angry. Don't, all this. That's not true.
Anger
That's not true.
is
But
a
you need
strong
to stop
motivator.
and know, are you feeling anger?
Or-
are you sad? Are you
Yes,
upset?
Yes.
But instead of immediately feeling an emotion and knowing that it's not what you exactly want to feel or agree with, and yelling at a person and telling them, no, that's what you don't want to do. And that's going to stop tons of other things from happening. That's going to stop it from spiraling. That's going to stop it from getting so full inside here. But you stop and you say, you know what? Hold on. Like, I need a minute. I need a minute. And it's okay to take a minute. It's okay to take a minute away from somebody if you need to.
Yeah.
It's okay to just say, stop. And just, okay, like, what am I feeling right now? Am I angry? Am I pissed?
Yes.
Am
And I
I
think it's
angry
important
because of something you said?
to
Am I
ask
angry
yourself that.
because I'm not getting it? Because sometimes people get angry right away or upset right away, and they don't realize that maybe they're just getting angry because or upset because they're not understanding what's really going on. Maybe I'm not hearing what you're saying because maybe the way you think you're putting it out is not the way it's coming out. And maybe
All the
the way
time.
I'm listening or hearing it is not the way it's meant to be said or meant to be heard. Because we are two different people. And we do learn and hear and experience things on different levels because, number one, we are different ages. And that does matter sometimes. Number two, because we've lived a different life.
Absolutely. And
We've
we all
experienced
have.
different things. And we've learned our path to where we are now, we've learned in different manners, in different ways. And so therefore, sometimes what you're putting out is not how I'm getting it. And sometimes what I'm putting out
Vice
is not
versa.
what you're getting.
Exactly.
And sometimes the way I look at myself is not what she sees, right? And the
And
way
vice
she looks
versa.
at herself is not what I see. So let's talk about that.
Yeah, I
Let's-
think that it's an important coping skill
It's extremely important to know how to cope.
recognize what you're feeling and to allow yourself to feel it, because from that you can allow yourself to feel other things. Then once you start recognizing, I'm mad, why am I mad? Am I really mad, or are my feelings hurt? Or am I sad? But anger is an easy go-to.
Very easy.
I don't
to go
know
to.
why, but I do it. I mean, like I was saying today in the heat, it was so hot. A couple things happened, and I was just like, oh, this stupid heat, this stupid world. People are stupid. And that's my go-to. And I have to go, whoa. That's not what it is at all. step back. You're just aggravated with the heat. That doesn't mean the world is stupid and people are stupid and you don't have to feel like that. And by me telling myself I am love, I smile, I laugh at myself, I realize I'm not really feeling that and I don't need to. I got through it. I got over it. So instead of filling up with all that yuck, which when you have no other outlet, you don't know how to get rid of that yuck.
Right.
But when you figure it out, and that's where her and I have figured out that we know these coping skills, and we both separately know these same things that are working.
And we want to share them with
That's
you guys.
why we want to share them with you, yes.
Key word that she said when she was talking about everything is, you don't have to feel that way. Listen again. You don't have to feel that way.
My mother used to say, no one can make you feel anything. You are in charge of your emotions. You are in charge of the way you feel.
Oh, that always made me so upset to hear people say that.
Me too, but God, it's true.
You don't have to feel that way.
You get to decide if someone is going to control your emotions or if you are going to control your emotions.
Excuse me.
And
Letting
the biggest
other
people
thing
control your emotions lets other people control your life.
Right, exactly. And the biggest way to put a stop to all of that is communication, which is key to everything in life.
Everything.
Everything in life. Let me tell you,
Anger comes from a lack of communication.
it does. And a lack of understanding. And a lack of trusting. Okay? And what I mean by that, a lack of trusting, is sometimes when you get angry and you get upset, and even if it's not anger, if it's something that's other than something that makes you feel good, you get clouded. And when you get clouded, even though, example, I know her and have been around her in so many different situations that make you feel so many different things. And I know who she is. I know how her heart is, and I know how her heart is towards me. She could possibly say things that maybe because I'm not in that moment, or I'm hearing it differently because of what I'm going through at the time, that I might hear it differently than she's putting out to me. And sometimes what happens in those moments is somebody might say something, or you might say something, and because you are where you are in your head, you get stopped, or you get blocked, or you just hear it as this, I'm not good enough, or I'm bad, or I'm this, or I'm that. And that's because that's where your mind is. And that happens often with people. And part of what I'm trying to show you is that when you stop and you take a deep breath and you think about it for a second and remember the person who is talking to you, and remember that person's heart and who they are to you, you then remember, wait a minute, she's not saying this to hurt me. She's not saying this because I'm bad or disgusting or yucky. She's saying this out of love. She's saying this because she can. She's communicating with me, which is what I ask for. And it's, okay, hold on. Let me think about this situation or what she just said to me in a positive manner. In a matter of, she's coming to me with love because she cares for me, because I am her friend.
That's exactly the word I was thinking.
And because there are people out here in this 2020 century world that actually still do know what it means to be a friend.
Yeah. Well,
and to love.
There are.
And to care.
But it seems like they're hard to find.
They're extremely hard to find. But not when we're putting ourselves out there and saying, hello, we're here, we're your friend.
I can tell you that I have said to her more than one time, I want to be as honest and open with you as possible. This is what a relationship is.
I can't have nothing else other than that. I need forwardness. I need honesty.
And I have said things to her that has hurt her feelings.
They have.
But I know her, and I know that she does that initially. And it just happened this week.
It did.
And I can tell you that she went home, and all night long I felt miserable because I made her feel bad. But I knew that she knew that it came from my heart because I only care about her. And that's what it is. That's what love is. I only care about her. When you care about people, love is a lot of things, and it's being honest, and it's being very honest, sometimes too honest, but necessary.
I mean, if you want God, if there's anybody you want to be honest with you, it's your best friend, because you know that no matter what they're saying, they still love you because they're still here. They're still doing things with you. They're still, all that stuff. They're talking to you no matter what it is because it's coming from their heart, whether it's good or indifferent or negative or bad or all those things. Why do we have to look at it as this is bad? Right?
Right.
Because criticism,
it's hard to hear,
does not have to be bad. I will tell you, I love criticism.
Well, that's what constructive criticism is.
Right, constructive criticism. And that's where we get lost sometimes with our friends. We forget that they're our friends. They're the people who've seen us ugly cry and silly and nuts and snotty and maybe drop food on us when we're eating or any of those things. And if you haven't with your friend, are they really your friend?
Exactly. I would pose the question, do you want a friend who is not honest with you? Who is not open with you?
Mm-hmm.
They don't love you. And we all know people that say they're your friends, that talk about you behind your back, or talk about you to your face even.
Mm-hmm. I'm telling you right now,
we put up with a lot of stuff.
And adulthood, not forgive me, but listen to me. Adulthood, ladies and gentlemen. Adulthood. Okay?
It's hard.
Damn, it's hard.
It hurts.
And if you say it isn't hard, you're full of shit. Pardon my language, but maybe you're in my language.
Not in adulthood
okay,
yet.
Because let me tell you something. Adulting sucks. And I don't mean paying my bills and stuff like that because I can, okay? I mean just the whole aspect of adulting all together, all the things you need to deal with, all the things that come at you in so many ways when you're just trying to do you, you're just trying to be, right? Being a human is hard. Being an adult is hard. And if there's anything in this world that I want, it's to go through this world with people who are just trying to go through the world and do their thing too. I don't want you to be fake. I don't want you to sell me some carrot gold plated bullcrap, okay? Life's hard. I want to know that at the end of the day, when I'm ugly crying and I have snot pouring out of my nose like I'm 3 years old, he just took my cookies, that you're going to be there and you're going to love me and it's going to be okay and you can cry and you can act like an ass and a butt and all those, and I'm still going to be there holding you. I need that. I want that. And I'm not afraid to tell you that I need that and I want that. You know why? Because I'm human. And that's what humans need. They need love. They need appreciation and acceptance.
Yes.
And all these things. And if you can't count encouragement. Yes! Huge encouragement. Your friends, your people, anybody around you need encouragement. I'm telling you right now, encouragement.
Yes.
Like the cowardly lion. Encouragement, courage, all of it. You need it.
You know what?
Every day. To share it.
We send each other encouraging messages.
Every
day. Because I'm going through some shit right now, to be honest.
She is.
I am not the person that she knew me to be previously.
Oh, she's still
Not
there.
that I'm not that person.
She's just
but
got
I'm
some
going
added
through
features.
shit.
She's got some added features.
Some added features. I like that.
That's
Ears,
all it is.
A tail.
Because,
horns.
like I said, we talk different. In my eyes, and in my heart, and in my mind, she is the person I have always known. She is that person. She has not gone.
At this point, I feel like I'm carrying some baggage
But
that I
there's
don't know
some
how to let
added,
go of.
yes, there's some added features for things that have happened and reasons that are of her own that I understand and I know, and maybe not understand to the fullest amount
Completely,
because
sure.
I have not experienced that. And once you experience different things and in those lights, it could be a whole different feeling. But I've experienced many things that are similar, and I understand the context, and I understand that depending on what you go through in life, it can take away from you, and it can put into you, it can add to you. And I know that some things are added that weren't there, and I know that some things are taken away that aren't there, and not necessarily taken away but closed. And I understand why. But you are not gone.
No, I'm not gone. And the thing is, the key, I think, is that through it all, I do realize that I am love. And that is what it's all about. And whether I am right there in the moment, which that's a whole nother conversation, but I have to remember, I have to remind myself that I am love and I'm full of love and I'm giving love to everyone I come in contact with every single day.
At every moment.
Sometimes I don't feel like that, which is why I have to remind myself, because that is the way I want to feel. I do not want to feel animosity. I don't want to feel anger. I don't want to feel hatred towards my fellow human beings.
She don't want to feel crappy.
I don't want to feel
Neither do I.
good.
No.
Who does?
No.
But we all do sometimes.
We
That's
do.
my point. My point is that it's up to me to bring me out of it.
Yes.
I know this.
I
but
can
I have a
give her
strong
so
support
much.
system with my best friend. I have a strong support system with my family.
Me too.
Because we share love. We love each other so much, and we
Yes.
don't hesitate
Yes.
to share it with each other.
Yes.
That's why we're trying to share it with you, because you need love too. And if you don't feel like you can pull yourself out of something, I'm here to tell you, you can.
You can.
And we are going to try to help you
Yes.
figure that out
Yes.
and pull yourself out of it. I mean, we are not professionals by any means.
No.
The only thing I'm a professional at is living as a human in this damn world, just like you.
Absolutely.
And none of us are perfect. We obviously don't have it down, because look what's going on right now in the world.
yeah.
That's another show. But you can do it. We want to try to help you. We just want to try to show you how we put our love out into the world. Mm-hmm.
And how it can help all situations at all times, no matter what. And let me tell you something. At the end of the day, no matter what you believe about death and where you go after that moment, your heart stops beating and that last breath is breathed. What I'm telling you right now is that your boat doesn't go with you. Your house doesn't go with you. Your money doesn't go with you. None of those things go with you. The only thing that goes with you is the memories that you had and what you put into this world, right? So
Yes.
anybody who knows that you have passed is going to remember how you treated them, how you were to them. You need to make that decision. Do you want to live with inside yourself and play this mental mind game that just continues to take you in circles and never lets you experience life to the fullest that it can?
We all know this,
Right?
too.
Or do you want to learn how to surpass that, deal with those things, and continue to move forward and move on in light and love? It's not a cliche. In light and love is not a cliche.
Not at all.
I will tell you what, I have always been light and love. I have always felt this glowing ball of disgustingly pukey love in my insides because I have so much, and sometimes people are just like, oh, you just love, 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 love. And then sometimes people are just like, love! And all that.
love love.
And I've always had that inside me, right? And I didn't know any other way. I didn't know how to not love and not know how to give it and share it. And then I've been through so much in life. And I've always still felt that love and still was like, okay, this moment totally sucks and what happened totally sucks, but I still have a lot of love and I'm going to keep on going. And then one day it was like, and something snatched that up. And over top of that love came a little shadow. And it wasn't for too long, but it was long enough for me.
Me too.
And it was long enough for me to know that I didn't like the feeling and I needed that feeling to go away.
Here's something.
And although I know how to love, and although I know what I need to make me happy and what feels good to me, I wasn't able to do those things and feel those things because I had a block and I didn't know how to get out of that. And I just kept feeling all these strings from every standpoint, and we can go more into that later, but the point is that shadow is gone.
The point is that it happens.
And
but when you're full of
I'm
love,
away from that.
you have to figure out how to fix it.
Right.
And I was going to
And
say...
the point is you can be fixed. The point is you can fix yourself.
Yes. And I was going to say, when she was going through that, I was with her this whole time she was going through that.
Absolutely, 100%.
And regardless of how she felt about love, she never made me feel not loved. Because this woman radiates love. Even if it's not radiating on the inside sometimes, it radiates from her.
Right.
The more that you love you, the more you radiate love to other people. I'm telling you. And you know, sometimes you just can't help putting it out. Even if you're not feeling it. Which she's lucky in that, because not everybody has that. And I know I struggle sometimes. And I have to remind myself, like I said, but
there's nothing greater on this earth than to be loved.
feel love.
And to feel love. Whether it's falling in love, whether it's your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your mother, your father, your sister, your brother, your cousin, your friends, and all that. And that'll be a conversation too, is that I am head over heels in love with this girl. And I have been since the day I met her. And I don't think there will ever be a time or a day that I'm not in love with her. And I need you guys to understand that I don't mean in love with her like I would be in love with my wife or my husband. There's many kinds of being in love. And y'all know that because you know what it's like if you've had a child and you love your child and you are so head over heels in love with your child. Y'all know that if you have these strong urge feelings and that you just constantly want to be around somebody or be near somebody and interact with them and go places with them. And that's not weird. That's not obsession. That's not any of that. That's love. That's what love is. And you can be in love with your friends and your family members and all these things. That's wanting to be a part of them and be around them. And there's this stigma about love. And there's this stigma about being in love with people. And that if I'm in love with you and I want to see you every day because I think you're absolutely beautiful and that when I'm around you I feel so happy and good, then you're a stalker, or you're crazy, or you're weird. And I'll tell you what, that's not true, because
not at all.
No, even in our shadowed moments, I won't say darkest moments because I don't ever feel dark around her or with myself. But in our shadowed moments and our moments that aren't so happy-go-lucky, I still want to be around her and experience those things with her and near her, because the things that she says and the things that she does and the way she makes me feel by expressing her thoughts and her opinions and such make me feel so happy and so joyous to know her in any moment. And I aspire and hope that I make people feel those ways too when I'm around them. And that's what it's about.
That is absolutely what it's about. And I feel that we say this a lot. We kind of feed off of each other's energy.
Absolutely.
But that energy is love.
It is.
And at the end of the day, when my day has sucked, I know that I can go to her and get a hug and get filled with love, because we can't help but give it back and forth to each other because we feel it for each other.
That's right.
And because we feel it in ourselves.
Absolutely.
It's just, if you live in a state of love, you are able to come back to it every single time.
You can do anything. You really can.
You can. Love can conquer the world.
It really can.
All you need is love.
All you need is love.
Love is a many splendored thing. I don't know if you've seen
Love is
Moulin
all
Rouge.
No, let me stop.
But it's the truth.
It is.
It's all about love.
It is. No matter what you're doing, where you're going,
Do it with love.
remember, if you're at work and you're thinking about your husband or wife at home, or you're thinking about your kids, or you can't wait to be with your best friend and go kayaking, or maybe you can't wait to be with your best friend and
Dance.
make a video, or dance, because
Have
we
her
do
cook
that
for
too.
you.
Ooh, have me cook. Yo, this girl can cook too.
Get our
don't
drink
even
on.
Get our drink on. Right? A little scissor, a little step. All that stuff. We can do all that stuff. And ladies, hey, and gentlemen, if y'all want to have some cups of wine or whatever your favorite beverage is and talk about this, I'm saying we could do a live video taping. You know
Oh
what
my
I'm
God,
saying?
that would
We
be
can
so much fun.
Yes. And talk and
We
ask
could do like
questions.
a
You guys can-
FaceTime kind of.
Yes, you guys can type in your questions and ask, and we can talk about it and, you know, go back and forth with our little scissors. Or maybe you can't drink and maybe you don't want to drink, and that is okay too, because we can have those too, those times. Tell me, I mean, you can have some water, you can have some sparkling grape juice. Maybe it doesn't have to even do with drinking or anything like that, but just having fun, dancing. We love to dance. And
Really, if you want to just join us and watch us be goofballs, like the video we did the song
because we
we're
are
good with that
definitely
too,
goofballs.
because we got to do whatever it takes
Listen to
to
me.
fill our love up.
If you're not dancing, if you're not laughing and smiling
Singing
and having a
and-
good time or being silly and all those things, then you're not alive.
Truth is,
You're not alive. It's the same thing as having depression and all those things. I think it was Jim Carrey that may have said, and maybe you like him and maybe you don't, and that's not neither here nor there. But what the man said was true in my eyes and in my heart. If you have depression, which he believes in, but you are not getting out of bed, you are not washing and showering, you are not going to work or making an effort and talking to your friends and doing things, or maybe reading a book or any of those things, then you're not giving yourself the best chance that you possibly have. Well, guess what? If you ain't laughing and dancing and being silly or talking and vibing or maybe watching movies or anything that you like, I have a friend who says to me, I'm in my 30s. My friend is in my 20s that I have. And she says, hey, can I come over to your house and read a book? Can we just read together? And we're not reading the same book. My first reaction was, would you like me to read to you? Do you want me to take a book and read it to you? We can read this book together. I love to read to people, and I love to change my voice and do all these different things. And I know that sometimes I like to just listen. Sometimes if somebody else reads it, I can see it better. I can see what's going on in the movies in my head, and I like that. I'm a grown woman on my way to my 40s, and I'm telling you right now, I will read to you, and I will be read too, and I'm okay with it, and it's not weird, and it's interesting, and it's fun, and they're good dynamics, and
you know,
these things can be done no matter what you like and what you do.
it's not weird. And in America, in this country, we look at friendship as weird. And if friends are too close, if they hug,
There's
if they
something
kiss,
going
if they're
on.
holding hands,
Guys, she has a husband, and I adore him
they're
too.
like, whoa, they must be gay, or something's going on.
Yeah, no.
Do you know that in foreign countries, friends walk around arm in arm all the time? It is
Yes,
not
they hold
considered
hands.
taboo.
I've seen friends that hold hands in other countries,
And there's
like
nothing
this,
wrong
or
with
like
it.
this, or like
The
this.
fact of the
Even
matter
men,
is-
even men.
In this country, we are scared of affection.
Yes.
We are scared to show it. We are scared of what it is.
Sex and affection, period. Sex, love,
And
affection.
love, yes.
There's these
And-
taboo, crazy thoughts, and there's so much backwoods and back hiding and all this. Why you hiding? Just be you. Come out. You don't have to
The fact of
hide.
the matter is that it's love, and they're not afraid to show it.
No.
And we aren't either.
And those
So
of you
we
who
want
are,
you
I'm
not to
sorry
be afraid to show it.
that you do, but
But listen
come
to us.
join
Keep
us
coming
and
with us,
you
because we're
can-
going to teach you.
I can show you
how to feel it.
To feel it. And I can
Yes.
show you how to love, because I'm going to love her every day, and I'm
I'ma
going to show
love her
y'all.
every
And
day.
if it makes you uncomfortable, I'm sorry. And I'm not sorry. I'm sorry that you don't have that with someone.
I don't
I'm
want you to be
sorry.
uncomfortable.
Yeah, but
But we're going to do the best we can to make you that way so that you feel more comfortable with yourself and loving yourself.
It's true.
Okay.
Okay.
So that kind of fills me up today.
Yes.
Are you
I'm
filled?
Are you filled? Y'all better be filled. Y'all better
So,
be filled.
we
And
talked
if
to you
you're
about a
not,
lot
you
of
can
stuff.
ask us those
Yes,
questions. You can
please
talk to
ask
us about
questions. Send us messages. We're looking for comments. We're looking for some input from you. But we will be
it.
back.
Interactive. That's what we want.
Yes.
Interactive.
And
We
we'll be
just
back
don't
at you in
wanna
a few
talk.
more days to talk some
Absolutely.
more about a different subject.
That's
or
right.
about the same subject if you want us to continue on.
Yes. Let us know.
One more thing.
Oh. Yes.
We want to get a tattoo.
A best friend tattoo.
A best friend tattoo. A heart.
Yes.
One side on me and one side on her.
Yes.
But we need somebody that can do it.
Yes.
So if y'all have any ideas, or if you do tattoos, shoot them to us.
Yes.
We're looking for an artist locally
We're within the Quad City area.
that can help us.
Yes. Davenport, Moline.
Rock
That's where we
Island,
are
yeah,
because I know this video is reaching people in New York and Philadelphia and all those places because that's
going
where
around
I'm
the
from.
world.
That's where I'm from, and I have a lot of people on my page, and we try to share these things. So anybody within the Quad Cities area, if you know somebody, and we're not shy to go at least an hour out of the way if we have to. I mean, Wisconsin's pretty close, and is Missouri close? How far away? I think
No, we
it's
ain't
like
going to
2
Missouri.
hours. We're not
How
going
about
to
I jump the
Missouri.
river and
I
go
haven't been
to
there yet.
Illinois?
Illinois, Iowa,
Yeah, so,
Wisconsin.
but you know
Everything,
what?
we
We
love
can
it. We're
come
good.
to
We
you
like it here.
right here, anywhere you are.
Yes.
All right? So share us. Share with your friends, share with your
Yes.
family all across the world.
Yes.
And we love you guys.
We love you.
We do love. That's what we do.
We do.
We'll see you next time, right?
Peace outie. Time.